Hey friendos, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Matt. We're back with some more Marvel Future Fight. And yeah, sorry, apologies for being a day late, but obviously it's the long holiday weekend. And let's get into it. So first of all, finally, we are on part 3, the final part of the 10-year anniversary. And finally, they listened to me. I'm not going to say that I'm going to completely claim this for my own, but hey, I didn't see any of the other content creators ever talking about this. I don't think they even talked about it back in Black Friday, let alone now. So yeah, the surprise 24-hour shop where you can get things for money, awesome. Like that costs gold, so that's great. You can get things that cost crystals, tier 3 advancement. Obviously, I'm not going to buy that because I don't really need that. And you can get things for actual cash. And that changes every 24 hours. We've had CTPs in there. We've had the refined runes for the swords in there. We've had all kinds of things so far. And not sure how long that's going to keep going for. I think probably a few more days to coincide with the rest of everything else. So that's awesome. Obviously, we have the event quest going on as well, which is the quote-unquote main event quest, the one that gives you the CTP, the premium card, or the Mega Tier 2. It also gives you US Agent, so if you're one of the people who missed out during that first sort of section of the 10-year anniversary events with the timeline event quest, here's another chance to get him for free without having to use, and I really hope, and I know I said at the time, but I really hope no one did use up one of their premium character selectors on him, because whilst he is fine, question mark, asterisk, he is definitely not worth using a premium character selector on. And what else do we have at the moment? Yes, we also have the Future Pass that is going on, so let's just acquire all of those, which gives us well, you can see we've already collected it, a CTP, and that second premium character selector, as I was just mentioning. I don't think it's worth the upgrade, because again, for the chance of a mighty, the cost £30, probably like $35 wherever you are, 35 euros or so. It's probably a little bit too expensive for what you're going to get, considering that the odds of getting a brilliant aren't great. Although, admittedly, you know, they are the good PvP ones. You've got the Conquest, the Authority, the Liberation, Rage, and Greed. So I can see why it's tempting, because it's the better ones, but again, I just don't see it. If it was 20 instead of 30, I probably would have got it. But what do I know? What do I know about business? I'm sure the experts are saying no, it's worth just getting a few extra whales than it is worth getting a whole boatload of I don't know, whatever the next step down is. Dolphins, I guess. Who knows? And then what else do we have? We have the Cosmic Core going on. And I actually have re-rolled a few times, didn't get anything good. The Mega Tier 2 ticket, I'm actually going to pick up this one because it is actually something worth getting. And who knows, we've got a couple of days left, so maybe I might get a second good reward. Probably not, but if it's something that's useful, be it Tier 4 materials or a mythic card, or you know, the 10 million gold, then I'll happily take that. I normally never expect more than one free, like what I would call upper tier reward. Obviously a CTP or a Mega Tier 2 are like the ultra rare, so I wasn't expecting this, which is nice, because obviously with a couple of premium character selectors, US Agent coming free, there's been a few times where I've had to delve into my stores to use up Mega Tier 2. This is going really well. Yeah, doubles and triples all the way. Man, that was cheap. That was really cheap. What was that? Less than 2,000? Yeah, I'll take that. So yeah, as you can see now, we are back up to 7, because we've just managed to get super lucky with some of our rewards over the anniversary. And in terms of actual characters, obviously, yeah, we used ours on Dazzler and Jubilee and US Agent, which means I may as well go ahead and use those 4 Mega Tier 2s on these 4 characters rather than waiting. Killmonger, it was always a case of if I get his bios, then fine. The only annoying one is Kahori, because we had that whole event quest for her, which is the one that they used to do for Crescent and X-23 as well, like way back in the day, talking like, I don't know, probably pre-2020 now. But I got her up to like 3 gears completed and only 1 gear which is short, and it's so frustrating. I thought, oh, maybe they'll bring back that event quest, but then they didn't do anything for What If Season 3, which is strange because they did stuff for What If Season 1 and 2 with the likes of Kahori and Infinity Ultron. And then even though they're not any good, I might as well just get Arachnite and Kid Kaiju up to Tier 2 just to round them out and finish off my roster, because obviously we want those good growth scores for Dispatch. And that is pretty much it that's going on at the moment in game. I think a lot of us are expecting that once all of these events finish, as you can see, we have, with the exception of the Crystal event, which is like run the full month, everything else, part 3 of the or part 2, whatever it is, of the anniversary stuff, is all ending in the next 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna guess and say that we're probably / hopefully next Thursday, next Friday, gonna start seeing sneak peeks for the next update. I would hope by then, but who knows. And obviously we only have a couple of days left on the Tier 4 selector, so I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, going to use it on a native Tier 2. No point using it on a native Tier 1 in my opinion, because of the increased cost. Obviously if you have a native Tier 3 that you need to get, like Null or Sentry, I would use it on them first. But we're going to go ahead and use it on Doom, because he's the I suppose possibly Gladiator we could have if we'd have got him like a year ago, but he's pretty much dropped out of the meta by now. So we're going to go ahead and use it on Doom. Unfortunately, I didn't realise, but I'd actually already got one of Doom's gears to 30 already. So it still feels like a bit of a waste, as opposed to doing a character all the way. But we're going to see how much this costs. You can see we already got his first 30, but let's just see how much of a discount we actually get. Considering we don't really care too much about the carbo, we've got a good stock of that, and we do get enough daily rewards now outside of just doing the world boss, so I think that that's not really a bottleneck like it was. Again, it's always been sold at the fountain, but even now we're pretty much getting enough to keep us afloat for at least 1 per month, possibly 2. So I guess now is the time to start playing catch up, depending on how good or bad. I think obviously the fact that we've had so many bad Tier 4s over 2025 so far has been really good in allowing a lot of people to play catch up and start sort of go through the backlog of Tier 4s that they may have missed at the time and deciding what they're going to get. Okay, so even though like they're on a discount, if you're getting bad rolls, that's still the worst thing. So we've got a 7, a 3, a 7 again, a 16, and a 1. Okay, so that was great. That made up for that second gear. That second gear was awful. Obviously, I can't show you what the first gear was because I can't even remember when I did that. Obviously, at some point I started doing him and then decided not. 2, 15, 4, 18. Oh, okay, and a 20. It kind of averages out. So you're looking at an average probably on those 3 gears in the teens, so I cannot complain at that. And then the actual advancement, again, you're going from, I think it's like 2,200 down to 1,760, only 8 books instead of 10, so yeah, definitely worth it. It's just a shame that they don't also decrease the gold cost, because there's 10 million. That's a big old chunk And boom, there we go. Now we have tier 4 Doom, which is going to be very helpful for the likes of Team Battle Arena and other World Battle, even if he's not in that top echelon for Timeline Battle. He is still strong enough to be doing work, and I do think, even though it's been delayed, I don't know if you guys saw the news, but the movie has been delayed. Avengers Doomsday is now not coming out until Christmas 2026 instead of May. So it's going to be a while. Hopefully the game will still be running in 18 months so that we get an Avengers Doomsday uniform for Doom. Whether we'll get another uniform in between now and then for him, I very much doubt, unless he's in the Fantastic Four movie. I have no idea. I don't think we'll see much of him, even if he is. It'll probably be like an end credit scene. Marvel gonna Marvel, after all, or the MCU's gonna MCU, I guess. But you know, he's still useful, so that's good. And that is about it, really. There doesn't seem to be much else going on in game at the moment. Like I say, I think all of us are just pretty much just enjoying the events that are on. Not really getting too into the actual game side of things because there's not too much new or exciting to talk about. Unfortunately, Team Battle Arena still has that bug at the main status board, where if you've got all 10 entries left, it will show up as being completed, and it's only when you click on it and go in or on a battle or two and come back out, then it'll show up as saying, you know, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, etc. So again, always be wary of that. I hate that I keep having to say it, but Marvel Future Fight, even if they did listen to me about the secret shop that comes up every 24 hours, every reset, they haven't listened to me about the Team Battle Arena, which is a shame. You know, hopefully we can get more people on that, and hopefully they'll get that fixed. In fact, funnily enough, like, I've had it crash on me when I've been auto playing it a few times. I'll just like I'll just go in, and then I'll just hit that for the maximum. Yeah, don't show that again. Maximum 10 tries, and then I'll just leave it and just auto play, because yeah, the rewards just aren't worth playing manually for, considering how sweaty some of the higher, like, you know, especially like Challenger gets. And yeah, it's crashed. So just to see if anyone else has been suffering with that. If you have, let us know in the comments below. But apart from that, that is it for now. Hope you guys all enjoyed the long weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care.
We await your return, warrior.